Okay, so this is a video just showing you how to set up your MIG welding machine to take flux-cored wire. So that's no gas, just flux-cored wire. So where I will basically start is the polarity. Now polarity basically is just how these two little wires are put onto your machine. So obviously one of them is coming from your machine and the other is your earth clamp. And depending on whether you're running gas or gasless, they're just set up opposite. So it's a very easy thing to do. You just literally loosen your little nut off the top. Do you know, just take that off. Behind there then you just pretty much have a little washer and a cable, and all you do is just swap them over, and it's just they'll not then give that a good squeeze obviously because it's electrical connector, you know. And then you just put that on. We'll just put that back on. Sorry now about the camera angles today. There's only just me in the shed, so I have to make do with what I got. Right, so, and then you'll always have a diagram here to tell you as to which way to put them. And then you just take a look. There's the earth coming to the bottom. There's the minus coming into your machine. And that's obviously no gas, so gasless. That's what we're doing today, Flux-cored. Okay, now then we go to your wire feed, and basically you have a little roller that sits inside here that you'll take out one way or another. They're generally clamped in, they're kind of all different. So what we're looking for on the roller is, if you can see it there, the size, see, 0.8, 0.9. And if we flick that around to the other side, we have 0.6. And then see the little grooves? So basically it's just whatever size wire you're running is pretty much what that does. Now I know we're doing 0.9, so I'm going to put the 0.9 facing out. Okay, and it just slides back in there, and then there's a little cover. Put the little cover over it and twist the cover, and that's it. So this particular machine works, but they're all different obviously. Now next we come to a roll of Flux-cored. As you can see, roll of Flux-cored, and if we look just here, 0.9 millimeters. So that's what determines what roller you're going to use. Okay, so I'll just fit the roll of Flux-cored now next to the machine. My particular machine, it just happens to go on. There's a little spring behind it, and I'll just push it in and wrap this little nut onto it. Okay, and then there's another little knock nut that goes on, but we'll put that on in a minute, because what we want to do here now is we want this tight enough so as that it can turn freely but not loose, so that it will actually spin back and actually take the cable back. Okay, so now next we have to put the cable into the feed rollers and get it into your actual torch. Okay, so as you can see, I just have it tacked here. Now once you have this taken off and you've cut the end off to make it nice and straight, do not leave it go, because if you leave this go, it'll unreel and you'll be the rest of your life trying to reel it back up together. So this now is very difficult with one hand, so you're going to have to bear with me. So you feed it in, and if we look here now, it'll come through, see it? And then what I'm going to have to do is try and guide it into the next bit of the want it to go in there. Of course it won't go in here now at the time I wanted to do it. There it is. Did I get it? I did. That's it. Okay, so just feed it in there a small bit. Okay, we're going to make sure it's lined up here with our roller, and then close the roller down. Okay, now so that's only the start now. So we have fitted our spool. We have our spool then fed in through a roller system, right? I have that squeeze. Now this is an adjuster, so obviously the tighter it squeezes the wire in here, the looser it is, basically. Now the next part of this is kind of the hard part, right? So we're going to turn on our machine, Okay, and this is our torch here now, right? And as you can see, I have the tip wound off and I have the cover removed, right? The shield. It's because I want that hole as big as I possibly can get it for taking in the wire, right? So I'm going to squeeze the gun now and I'm going to start my roller. And what I'm watching here now for is that it's taking it, no problem, it's spinning, rollers aren't slipping, and it's coming along. And what you can do is you can turn your speed right up to the max and it'll suck that bit quicker, but I'm going to go at 7. I don't like it to come up too fast. And basically I want to come back here and get my torch as straight as I possibly can and squeeze the roller. And keep pulling, and I'm waiting for it to come out the top here. And generally when it's nearly there you'll actually feel the vibration in the gun. And I feel it coming. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we come back over to our machine, take our tip. That's actually the wrong size tip. Now this is actually another thing now that I forgot to mention. You also need to match your tip to the size of your wire. Now this is very hard to see, but this is, let's say now if I have a 0.6 wire, I'd use a 0.8 tip, a slightly bigger tip. Or if I had whatever, like this is 0.9, so I'm going to use a 1.0 millimeter tip. So just slide it over the wire, screw the tip in, right, back on your shield. Now, snip your excess with the pliers and you're ready to go welding. So just to recap, you want to keep this, you want to set your tightness on that. You just want to tighten off so that it's actually sucking the wire and then not coming back on you. Then you also, something I've forgotten how to do is tighten this up, right, put your lock nut on it, that'll finish with that. Okay, and that's basically your machine setup. Obviously then you'll have to go through your power settings and all your bits and pieces as well. Okay, so that's it. Thanks very much for watching.